Here we go again, Steeler Nation. Welcome back to Steeler Nation Australia. And today we're talking about Mitchell Trubisky yet again. However, I've got a question that I want you guys to answer in the chat. And it's an easy one. But we're going to go through some pros and cons. We're going to figure this out together. Can Mitchell Trubisky go and beat the Jets? Can Trubisky go and beat the Jets? Now, you're probably saying, well, Mark, why can't other players help out? Can't the receivers help out? Can't the defense help out? The game is, 53 versus 53, take away the subs, right? Why can't the whole team go and beat the Jets? Shouldn't it be the Steelers versus the Jets? Which it should be. And I believe so. I believe the Steelers can beat the Jets this week. I actually think I'm back on the hope train, the hype train. I believe the Steelers can win this game. I won't give out my prediction yet, but I believe the Steelers can beat the Jets via defense and Chris Boswell's, the Wizard of Boz's leg. But the question is, and I want your guys' opinion and comments below, and we can have a discussion. So leave it below. Can Trubisky go out there and beat the Jets? And when I say that with a bit of, conviction. Like, I want to see him go out there and win. Can we see Trubisky put a whole game together? Did we see that versus the Bengals? No, we didn't see that. Did we see that versus the Patriots? No, we didn't see it either. Did we see a full game against the Browns recently on Thursday Night Football? No, we didn't. We saw a pretty good first half when they were leading 14-13. The second half, they absolutely wrecked the bed and they couldn't get first downs. Nothing was happening. Missing targets, overthrowing receivers on the sideline, Pickens per se. And he missed Muth a few times, rolling out in the pocket when he doesn't need to roll out in the pocket. And I understand that. Why can't he step up into his throws? I've seen it numerous times. The Matt Canada offense does design certain rollouts, right? They do. It cuts off half the field, and they would normally target Deontay or Claypool. And I'm not really a big fan of that play call, but they normally get about 7 yards. However, the ones when he does design to roll out, like that Pickens throw down the field, you don't need to do that. It boggles my mind why he always decides to any slight bit of pressure, he's rolling outside. And I don't understand. There are better guys in this team in the quarterback position, Pickett from preseason, what I've seen, and Mason Rudolph, who stay in the pocket and go through their progressions. Trubisky right now is targeting one player and going, I'm going to him, and that's it. And even sometimes he does target one player and he overthrows him or throws a bad ball. It's beyond ridiculous that Trubisky is playing this way. But I'll ask you guys again, can Trubisky go out there and beat the Jets? And like I said, I'm not saying the defense, take away the run game. I want to know if Trubisky can go out there, put up 300 yards plus, because he hasn't done that either. He's averaging over, I think, 210 a game, which is awful. Or maybe less than that. Maybe less than 200 yards a game. He averages 5.5 yards per attempt throwing the football, which is the worst in the NFL. He's 32nd in the NFL at yards per attempt, 5.5. He has 2 touchdowns in 3 games. The air raid attack, which is awful, which is beyond bad. He can't score points. There is nothing exciting about Mitchell Trubisky in this offense. So I'll ask you again, can Trubisky go out there and beat the Jets? Can he do it? Because I look through, right, and I'm not an expert. I'm no expert at this. I'm no expert on other teams. I watch football because I love football. I love the game so much, right? And the Jets have been obviously a bad team since probably the last 12 years when Bart Scott was playing in 2010. Can't wait. You know what I mean? Can't wait. The Jets used to be fiery. They used to be really fiery, right? But I'm looking at right now on ESPN.com depth chart, and I'm looking at the players. So excuse me if I don't know from the top of my head, but the cornerbacks, you have Sauce Gardner is the draftee this year, round 4. He's playing quite well, okay? Who's he going to match up against? Sauce Gardner is obviously their cornerback number 1. Is he matching up against Deontay? So let's say, for instance, that takes Deontay out of the equation. He's going to match up against Deontay. Then you still have left Chase Claypool, George Pickens, and depending if they bring in Sims or someone like that, or Miles Boykin, or whoever, they bring in Oshesky. Someone, all right? Take away Sauce Gardner and DJ. He's not going to go that way. If he doesn't go that way, he still might, but he might not go that way. The other guy for the Jets in the secondary is DJ Reed. And I'll be honest, panned up, I don't know who that is. And I don't care who that is. All I know is that he was a fourth rounder a few years ago. And to me, I don't think he's anything special. I haven't heard too much about him, right? And I did look at their stats. They've got a few tackles and a few pass deflections. I haven't seen any too many interceptions. They're two safeties also, Jordan Whitehead and LaMarcus Joyner. Another two guys that I don't know too much about. But I looked at their stats as well. There is 0 pass deflections and 0 interceptions, right? So say, for instance, you have that weaker secondary, okay? And I looked up as well the Jets secondary with Trubisky throwing 5.5 yards per attempt. The Jets secondary is allowing 7.5 yards per attempt. So that gives Trubisky 2 more yards per attempt in trying to air this football around the field. So where should he go? In my opinion, Trubisky should be going to Muth early and often, getting involved Gentry if he has to, getting involved Claypool on some design routes where you go down the field. Give the football to Pickens. The guy is 6'3" and a massive unit, and he's not targeting Pickens, right? So here it is again. Can Trubisky go out there and beat the Jets? All signs are pointing to yes. He should be able to go out there and beat the Jets. Because another stat I found is the Jets are allowing 2 TDs per game via the air. Via the air. Perfect game for the Steelers' passing attack and Trubisky to bounce back and finally put some points up on the board. The Jets are allowing 2 TDs per game in the air. But, however, on the con side, what has Trubisky done? Absolutely nothing. In 12 quarters of football, he's done nothing. He's done 2 TDs and he averages about 180 yards per game. And yet again, 5.5 average yards per attempt. His play is, he has rollouts where he doesn't need to. He's not stepping up into the pocket. His progression of looking around the field, it's slow. It's like unorganized. There's no confidence, no ability to lead himself, to lead the team down the field. The players are losing confidence in him too, from DJ to Freiermuth to George Pickens to Najee Harris, have all been on camera, on film. If you watch the All-22, all 4 of those players have lost confidence in some way, form, or fashion after a play, putting their hands up and going, how didn't he find me? And that's why I asked the question, is can Trubisky go out there and beat the Jets? Because overall, guys, my opinion, and let me know in the comments below what you think about this, because I don't think he can. I don't think he can. As funny as it sounds, that the Jets secondary is pretty average for blokes. I don't know who they are. All I know, the only one I know is Sauce Gardner. Let me know if you guys know if the Jets secondary is any good. Okay. They're allowing, I think it was 230 yards per game. And what's Mitchell's average? 190 odd per game. There's leeway there to get better. Trubisky, if he wants to win this game via himself and really shut up people like me who don't like Trubisky, you got to go to Muth. You got to go to Najee when you can, and you got to go advance the football down to Claypool and Pickens. And I don't think he will. I don't think he will. Right? The only way the Steelers win this game for me to finish on this point is via defense and running the football. But let me know in the comments below, guys, what you think. Because this is an odd question. Big Ben got us out of trouble so many times, and Big Ben put up big numbers against teams and tore them apart. Tore them apart, right? When he had to. When he had to in his prime of, 2015, 2016. He wanted to put up big numbers, and he found connections to, AB, Martavius Bryant, those dudes, right? Mike Wallace, guys like that, Heath Miller. But I don't think Trubisky can do it. I really don't think in this game that Trubisky can do it. I don't think he has the moxie or the confidence to go out there and beat the Jets, quote unquote, by himself, put up 300 plus yards, 3 TDs, 4 TDs, start to really advance the football down the field, target Pickens, target DJ, target Claypool, and get in the rhythm and go out there and put on a show, an absolute show. Hey, but prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, Trubisky. Hey guys, that's it for me today. I'm done and dusted. If you enjoy the content, if you enjoy Steeler Nation Australia, hit that like, hit that sub. And as always, guys, here we go, Steelers. Here we go.